Do you know why I like video games more than I like real life right now? And I don't even really play video games all that much anymore because of this reason. You can pause. In the last month and, what is today? 19th, 20th. 1 month and 3 days, I have not been able to process one single fucking thing before something else happens. Like, my mom dies. 2 days later, my dad's like, I need to go into assisted living. Okay. So then I buckle down and I get that done. Today, I had a hard time sleeping last night, and part of it was that I knew that I had to go in at 3 today and close. So I know I'm going to be there all fucking night. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just stay up a little bit later so I can sleep in later. No, I cannot sleep in later because I seem to forget that somebody's going to call me a lot. So today he called a couple times. I didn't answer it because I was asleep. I didn't hear it. But Thursday, I went to sleep at like, 2-ish, 3-ish, something like that. Because, I don't have to be at work until 4 that day. My father calls me at 6:30 in the morning. My oxygen's not working. Did you call the nurse? He's like, no, the oxygen they gave me is working. It's the portable generator's not working. And I'm like, maybe lead with that next time. Because you call me at 6:30 in the morning and tell me you can't breathe. So, Thursday was a long fucking day. Yesterday I was off work. I told him I was working in the morning because I need time to do things. And, be a human. I didn't do any primer. It's fine. I used this for my under eye circles, but I forgot the primer. This feels like the wrong color. But you know what? It's fine. We're going to make it work. It just feels really fucking light. I don't think I got a tan, but maybe. So, okay. Every day that I'm not at work, and not just every day, but like when I'm not at work, time-wise, my dad seems to think that means I am available to take him places. So, yeah, I told him I was working yesterday morning because he does not understand that I'm tired. Did I tell you about the other night? I worked 12 to 8 on Sunday, 10 to like 9:30 on Monday, right? Now Tuesday I get off at 8. Dad has insisted I come see him, take him out of there. He's going crazy. I show up, go in his room, take care of his laundry, get the dirty clothes, put the clean clothes in his laundry and his little dresser, take his dirty clothes out with me, sign him out, open the door, get him in the car. As I'm getting him in the car, he's like, What's wrong? I'm fucking tired. I've worked 32 hours in the last 2 days. I'm tired. I get a scooter in the car, go around, get in the car myself, buckle in. He's like, well, we could just go to the casino. What I want to do is not go to the casino. What I want to do is go home and go to bed. It's fine. It's fine. I got about 25 minutes to do my makeup. Oh, I do not need 2 dots, but we did 2 dots on this side, so we're going to do 2 dots on that side and pray. Okay, so this morning he calls. This is what we were talking about, right? He calls this morning. He calls 4 times and sends like 7 texts. He's like, well, I thought you might be sleeping in, so I called you. I'm going to call you again. If you think I'm sleeping in, why are you calling? I'm thinking he was thinking I overslept and that's why he's calling. But I don't do that. Rarely. I rarely do that. I mean, I'm not going to say never. But on almost no occasion have I ever slept later than I was supposed to be at work. So. And he's like, well, I just want to see if you want to go to breakfast. Sir, I've never wanted to go to breakfast. I am not a breakfast person. I do not like breakfast. I am a get up and eat lunch kind of person. I might occasionally want breakfast for dinner, but not very often. I don't even like breakfast foods all that much. So 10:30 when I get up, I call him back. Well, I text him back. I don't call him. I'm still half asleep, right? Trying to feed the cat, let the dog out. Oh, speaking of, I need to feed the dogs before I leave. It's gonna be a late fucking night. Anyway. So I text him, right? And then I'm feeding the cat, let the dog out, all of the things, right? Finally gonna go pee. He calls. He's like, I called you several times and sent you text. I'm like, I know, I responded by text. Oh, what'd you say? And someone said that because of his dementia, that I'm probably one of his landmarks, right? Which is probably, you know, close to accurate. But I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be a fucking landmark. If he's forgetting things like, what's that? It's a birthmark, Dad. It arrived about 2 weeks after I was born. It's been there my whole life. You have seen it my whole life. I tell my brother that. Because he asked how Dad was doing, so I told him about that. He goes, well, I hope it's not early onset dementia. Not early. He was diagnosed years ago. It's just getting worse now. I'm wearing pink today. I was like, what the fuck color am I wearing? I'm wearing pink. So today, he sent me all those texts. I saw him Thursday night after work when I got off at 8-ish. And then I saw him yesterday after 5:30 or so. Till almost 10 o'clock. I was like, are you ready to go? It was like, it was like 8 o'clock. And he's like, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm like, okay. We were at the casino. Oh, speaking of, okay, so I pick him up, we're gonna go eat. I always take him to eat when we leave because, you know, institutional food. I'm taking him to eat. I'm like, what do you want? He's like, I don't know. I don't really want to get out of the car twice. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You want to hit drive-through? He's like, yeah. So what do you want? He's like, well, maybe a burger. Awesome. There's a Carl's Jr. on the way of where we're going. So I pull in the Carl's Jr. He's looking. He can't see, but I'm reading it to him. He says, do they have a hot dog? No. Carl's Jr. does not have hot dogs. If he wanted a hot dog, why didn't he say so? Instead of burgers, because when we would have gone to Sonic, he could have got a hot dog. It's fine. So, I'm like, no, they don't have hot dogs. And I read him the menu. And then he's like, I'll just take the 6-piece chicken tenders. I'm like, well, they got a 5 and a 2. I'll order you the 5. So do you want tenders or do you want nuggets? He goes, no, tenders. I'm like, all right, cool. So I order him a 5-piece chicken tender. They have a 5 and a 2. I bought him a 5. He gets them, right? He opens it up. It says, oh, these are the big ones. Yeah, they're tenders. I said, if you wanted nuggets, you should have said so. He's like, no, this is fine, but they're really big. Uh-huh. So that was at 6 p.m. He eats a couple. I stop and get him some money to play on and stuff like that, and then let me see. So we get to the place, right? At 8 p.m. I check in. I'm like, hey, are you ready to go? I was up like $175. I'm like, hey, you ready to go? He goes, no. So are you doing all right? Cause I got 35 bucks left. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to spend your last 35 bucks, so be it. And then, dear reader, I did not leave at 175 bucks ahead, but I did leave with like $20 more than I came with, so it's fine. It would have been better an hour ago. But okay, so at 8 o'clock when I checked on him, I checked his oxygen. He had 29% on his oxygen generator. I'm like, okay, well, we can't stay too much longer, you know, because we got your oxygen. At 9:30, he's sitting on this machine. He's like, it's about to hit. And I'm like, okay. Running out of money quickly. Not me, him. Because I was done playing. And, yeah, I think he cashed like 35 bucks out. No, he didn't. I was gonna say he had 35, but then he was on that machine, and he did hit a bonus, but then he put it all back in, so it's fine. So I go cash in my ticket, and I come back to him. He's like, the oxygen's not working. I need you to check it. And so I push the button. I'm like, it's dead. He's like, well, take the battery out, you know, because sometimes it gets weird and you have to take the battery out and put it back in. And he's like, take the battery out. And I'm like, no, it's literally dead. You had 29%. Now you've got nothing. We need to get you to the car. So, get him to the car. I get home last night about 10:30. Fall asleep 5:30 this morning. And he starts texting at 7. And starts calling around 7:30. Okay, even if I didn't, even if I went to bed at a reasonable hour to get up to go to work, my earliest start time is 10 a.m. Under no circumstances am I voluntarily getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Unless I'm going on vacation. Now, one day I might have a job where I have to work those kind of hours again. But now it extends the other direction, deeper into the night. We don't get up early. I need lipstick. Anyway. I do have a job interview on Wednesday. I told Dad I wasn't coming today, I would come tomorrow, but not in time for breakfast. Because I won't get off work till after midnight tonight. And I'll work tomorrow night too. And then I manage. Okay, so I manage all day Monday and Tuesday, right? So I'm about to get in the shower today. Brushing my teeth. I look over. And the water in my toilet bowl's like almost to the rim. And I'm like, that's weird. I haven't even been in there in hours, right? Been doing laundry and stuff. I've not been in there. Got a new lipstick. It is Urban Decay Vice Matte. I don't know what fucking color it is. I can't read it. Well, I mean, I can't read it because of my contacts. I don't know if you can see that. It's a pretty color. The problem is it won't last 5 minutes. Well, shit, look at that. It's 2:15. So, yeah, today is Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday and Father's Day. I've told him a couple times now that tomorrow's Father's Day. We're using some pink eyeliner. I bought it for Pinkie Pie cosplay. Because why not? Makeup should be fun. Motherfucker. Okay, so I haven't weighed lately. I don't know how much I've lost. I know I've lost though, because the ring I used to wear on this hand is too big and it slides around all the time and it's driving me crazy. So I had to take it off. Okay. So yes, I started this today with the whole thing of video games are better because you can pause them. So real quick, I'm gonna tell you yesterday, because I decided I was not leaving the house for several hours. I was gonna play video games, right? And I was like, you know what I hadn't played in a while? The Sims. So I'm gonna play The Sims. So I started a new game. A new person, a new couple, right? Sabrina and Marcus. They're very nice people. I mean, seriously. I did this little, the story thing where you create the people. And they both started the thing with good moodlets and traits, and they're social workers. So, they're nice people. Her first meal in the house, right? They get there and she's like, I'm gonna make lunch. You go on with your bad self, girl. She made eggs and toast and caught the kitchen on fire. She burned the stove and 3 cabinets. So right off the get-go, we had to replace those. They had their first child, right? So I got the Afterlife DLC or whatever they call it, the pack. So she has stopped being a social worker. She decided to be a Grim Reaper. So she's still an intern, right? And she's got, they're expecting their first child. She goes into labor right as she's leaving for work. So it's her first or second day, and I went with her because I was just like, what are we doing? Do I need to be right there? What's going on? So I went with her, and she gets there, and it was like something like the underworld is in peril, and there's fissures, and the scrying bowl's broken, and the place where you take the soul, everything was broken, right? And so I'm closing fissures, and she's in labor, and I've closed fissures and expelled a noisy ghost and fixed things and ordered office supplies and released the souls. And I'm just like, it's a lot. Okay, so she gets off work at 5 p.m. She goes home. It's pouring down rain. I tell her to go to the hospital. She does not make it. She has the baby right there on the front porch, on the front lawn, in the rain. And I'm like, that is fucking chaotic. Then, I was not watching. I don't know where the hell they were. Somehow or another, they got pregnant again. They had twins in the rain on the lawn. All right. They were still infants. You know, not babies, but they were still infants when the other boy was born. So we had 2 girls first, and we had a boy. They were still infants. The butler died. No, yeah, the butler died. Because with 3 children under the age of 3 and 2 working adults, you bet I hired more help. Anyway, we went to the funeral. Actually, we held the funeral. And then the kids went home. And the parents hooked up in the crypt. I know I had the autonomous thing on They call each other soulmates. It's very sweet, but also, I'm gonna need you to not. We already have enough kids in this house. Anyway, I gotta go to work. I'm done. Yeah. I talked for an extra 5 or 6 minutes about The Sims because, oh, you know what? I am just gonna go a little quiet. Because the pink is pink. But anyway. Yeah, I could use a pause button where I could handle one thing at a time. Pause. Cue it up. Instead of having to do everything on the fucking fly. What is going on? I don't know. I use that one, this one. Let's use this one. It's gonna be a long fucking shift. So I tried to use this one. I think it's Bumble and Bumble. But I don't know. Again, I can't see well enough to read with my contacts on. The makeup fixer spray is what I just used. I got that from a little Asian shop. I got this one from Sephora. And I got this one from Ulta. Anyway, I also have another one. Anyway, I gotta go. Love you, bye.